Welcome, everyone, to Stone Soup Poetry. Welcome to our special May edition. Well, one of four special May
May
editions,
edition.
otherwise known as the Holy Shit, I can't believe it's only fucking May edition. Number four. 3 more years to go. 3.5 more years to go. Anyway, I'm so glad we are celebrating the 54th anniversary of Stone Soup with all of you and with tonight's closing feature for the month of May. Let's give it up for Elizabeth. Whoops, looks like Scoot is being joined by his other character, Joseph Mosby.
Progress.
Okay. So thank you guys for coming as Black Byrd debuts tracks from her album, which Stone Soup will be helping to play during the feature. And well, that's it. What else do I have to say as far as that goes? But let's get to the open mic. For the first person on our open mic, we're doing single round robin tonight, and I want to introduce the person who I wasn't aware had to leave early last week. So let's get him early and first this week. Let's welcome up Mr. Richard Spizak.
Well, thank you, brother. Very kind of you to do that. Let me offer you this, hopefully thought-provoking little bit of poetry. It's called "Give a Guy a Break." Hey, what the hell? Are you in a trance? You got Trump derangement syndrome? They are calling anyone who finds his days and ways so damn appalling. Never give a sucker an even break. Oh, mein God, for J.D. Vance, the holy turnip Trump. For tumbling sake, the snake. Build a casino by the lake and drain the lake to expand the beach. Now, all those yachtsmen and boaters got their ships completely out of reach. What do they teach all their firings and hirings? Just adding to the expense when they speed up retiring. Oh my gosh. We may need some guys to keep the planes from rubbing noses not so high, down or drowned, lost in the sky. Annoy our friends and steal from our neighbors soon enough. We'll have them all as hostages to use for prison labor. Toss away those PhDs. That sort's not nice to me. Jettison, the worst of the worst yet. Who was expecting them to axe Grouch, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird, shuddering and stuttering off soft diplomatic power? Oh, what the hell, the food will be rotten in a few more days or hours. Then we'll waste something, suing the press. What exactly was it that got us in this mess? They simply didn't let me lie. Unrestrained my hate and recrimination I'll carry to my grave, unless they slavish grovel and project all my faults on mine enemies that I alone haphazard select. He has doubts about the Constitution, and all those jurists who fail to listen, well, that's just not prudent. Any laws he doesn't like, he'll just ignore, so take a hike. Yeah, he took the oath, but his fingers was crossed, and we'll notice before our freedoms was all lost. Annex Greenland, he'll take Canada too. Add the Panama Canal with an expeditionary force and maybe a drone or two. He'll be welcomed, he imagines, another war movie with tons of bandages. This one's for old John Wayne, just another glorious bloody pageant. All that soldier patriotic and how, like the Bartman says, hey dude, don't have a cow. Habeas corpus, that's a thing of the past. And if we let it slip away, which other of our freedoms might just go down for the last gasp, and they fancy a casino on the Gaza Strip. Where will they stick all those extra Palestinians the Israelis have in their bloody midst? Trumpy wants to fully own that bloody shtick. Oh boy, how he'll wave that at the Hicks. And finally, with a parade, he'll top it off. Boy, oh boy, when that shiny copper penny drops. For your amusement, my friends. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Mr. Spizak. Not as a rebuttal, but just as a follow-up. Yes, Trump says he's unsure about the Constitution, but after the last 5 months, so do I. But anyway, let's he might have something there. I'm not stress eating. No, not me. No one can eat just 12. Anyway, um, my apologies to Ari and her personal trainer. If the trainer's stalking her, that might your next session might not go well. Let us go now to Rita Rusty Rose.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm working on this poem. It's a new poem. I don't know if anyone knows who Little Edie is or was, but this is Staunch. Staunch. You would have to be living in a ramshackle East Hampton mansion with a senior socialite, cats, raccoons, cobwebs, and vermin. Staunch. You would have to be to survive frigid winters, sweltering summers on the Atlantic Ocean till death do you part. Staunch. You would have to be to surrender ambitions of becoming an actress and singer, serving as caretaker to a flamboyant jazz age songbird, one eccentric socialite dedicated to the other. Staunch. You would have to be to tolerate strangers hiding behind trees and trampling privet to take a look see at mother and daughter in self exile. Staunch. You must be to live in abject poverty, eating pet food as pate while Mother Dear holds court, wearing jewels worth thousands. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita of the Rusty Roses. That would have been a good group. That's a good group name. You should sell that out.
Yeah.
Make a good a cappella group too if you're trying to go for low budget. Let's go now to
That's good.
let's go now to Jan Rowe.
Okay, yep, that's it. Um, this was in the Black Seed Weekly every Tuesday morning in the Cathedral St. Paul's Road Hall. And I actually used a computer thing to get it for the church is also doing a quarterly. So it's called Childhood Balance, Blue and Gray. Walking repeatedly the fence top of a narrow metal tube attached to stiff steel grating, about as tall as I was, walking dozens of times and losing balance, causing one to jump to one side or the other. Fortunately, grassy soft landing both sides of the fence. One side, the back of Bell Telephone, where we played lopsided wiffle ball in a rarely used parking lot. The other side of the fence, the soft grass of the dual backyard lawns of the blue-gray painted brick small duplex where elders with blue-gray hair lived. The front of the duplex opened directly onto huge blue-gray slabs of slate, shaded by trees at the curb of the one-way street, 25 mile an hour. Only two of the huge blue-gray slab slates were needed to fill the space of the blue-gray brick painted duplex. Slate increases speed for roller skates, especially after the conglomerate pavement of the Bell Telephone on the corner where we played jacks or rang the doorbell and ran. So after the conglomerate pavement require an effort to increase the speed, then sliding, so to speak, on slate. Whoa. Keep balance if possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jan. And now I'd like to bring up next Jen Campbell.
Thank you. This is a poem I'm working on this week. It's called We're Waiting Whispers of a Dream. Turned on its head, full of promise and roads, windows open, my own maidenhead, and patience lifts towards the elevator. Wrap my face in royal face cloths. A free edge is hidden forever. Can't hide but a candle, charged with voltage. Inside, we are the rules. A jar, a butterfly, two doves that twist at the neck. Light bends towards us and blinds my vision electric. I was a dolphin in a past life, the girl said. Angry hipsters unite, full of war and parades and underwear, glossy nights and guns full of teeth, an orange that would love an elephant or a banana trail. She is not one hot moment, but gone for days, as we would remember. She is a cat that's still and sly evermore. That's it. Still working on it.
Very nice. Very nice. I like what I hear. And now I'd like to bring up next, hopefully a continuation of last week's hard-boiled drama thriller. Let's welcome up Mr. John Wesick. I could have been talking about someone else who wrote a thriller and
Yeah,
serialized it for the last week, but no, you
yeah,
assume it's you.
and
Yes, it's John Wesick.
it's there's a link in the chat for the whole thing if you want to read it online. But Morris Pillbill has to
Spoilers.
clear his name to save his beloved Hyundai from the junkyard. So we'll continue. Morris Page Turner looked up from the monitor at the circulation desk. He looked different. I'd swapped out my fedora and trench coat for a Greek sea captain's cap and navy peacoat at the Goodwill before fleeing to the public library. Cops are after me. My Hyundai is in the impound lot, and I need your help. Want me to cut through the fence, shoot the guard dog, and disable the night watchman with a chokehold while you drive away? She stepped away from the desk and embraced me. Her hair smelled like gunpowder and her perfume like a brass knuckles kiss. I could troll graveyards to find a boy who died in childhood and get you a false identity. No, nothing like that. Most of the criminals who had it in for me were behind bars or in the morgue. I handed Paige a list of those who weren't. Just get me the addresses of these miscreants, wrongdoers, lowlifes, and reprobates. She went to the computer and returned with the information. Thanks, babe. Now forget you ever saw me. If this goes south, I don't want the cops to drag you into this sardine can of false accusations, so you mustn't find any connection between us. Oh yeah, can I borrow your car? Secure in the knowledge that the Flatfoots would never look for a manly private detective in a pink Fiat 500, I started Page's car and pulled out onto the Legendre Boulevard. My first visit was to a sleazy weasel right here in River City. Gilbert Giza lived in a 32-story walk-up on Cantor Court. Careful to avoid another tow, I parked in the visitor space and followed a group of drunk party girls through the front entrance. After a grueling climb and a dingy stairwell, I knocked at apartment 3213. Pizza delivery! I did not order a pizza! Joey Giza shouted in a bad Dusseldorf accent from behind the door. UPS, I need you to sign for a delivery from Incels R Us. Go away! Candygram? I got a Candygram. The door opened and a man in a smoking jacket, Homburg hat, and white gloves peeked through the crack. I put one foot in the door and the other in Giza's crotch. He went down like a passenger jet after the FAA laid off half its air traffic controllers. My car's in the impound lot, and the cops are jamming me up for jaywalking, so I have nothing to lose. I peppered Giza's nose with jabs to emphasize each syllable. Why'd you set me up? Set you up? I run a nice business helping Nigerian princes recover looted gold from Swiss banks. Why would I set you up? Then where's the fat man? I backhanded him as if he were Bjorn Borg's returning a 66-year-old serve at a USTA junior tournament. Sydney Greengrocer? Giza's eyes were as pleading as a spaniel's begging for a cheese curl. He's in Egypt, looking for the Sicilian hummingbird. Then who's the other guy I used to work with? I shoved Giza into the kitchen and smushed his face into a sweet potato pie. When he choked, I lit him up. Want another? I shoved his face into the mixture of sweet potatoes, butter, sugar, milk, eggs, and vanilla again to soften him up before dusting him with cinnamon and nutmeg. You mean Waldo? Giza caught his breath and wiped the goo off his face with a handkerchief embroidered with camels, pyramids, and flying saucers. Yeah, where's Waldo? And like I say, you can read the whole thing online. The link is in the chat.
But we miss your wonderful presentation if we don't have it doled out like this, you know? We'll take the
Well,
sacrifice.
I could dole it out too.
Plus, dude, spoilers, man. Anyway, thank you so much. And going down the list, let's welcome up. And now for something big, completely different, Mr. Bill Lewis.
Chadford, of all the people here, I am not the one who is different. I am the only person here who is actually the same. You are all exceptional and creative people. I am just a boring weirdo. So no, 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 I am as normal as you can get. I am Mr. Normality. Ah, the horrors of Trump. Oh my God. No tax on tips. Waitresses make the majority of their money on tips, not on regular income, and they're going to have thousands of dollars. We're going to have waitresses spending money left and right. And over time, when I worked for Jolly Green Giant, we worked 40 hours of regular time, 20 hours at time and a half. The last 24 hours were double time. We made more money in overtime than we did in regular time. And now we won't have to pay taxes on that? These field workers are going to have money just falling out of their pockets. And don't get me started on FDA. It is there to protect us. European drugs are not the same quality as American drugs. That is why it is more expensive here. We have to support our drug companies. We could lose $100 million if Americans can buy European drugs. It'd be so horrible. We must stop Trump now. I'm sorry, I got carried away there. I didn't mean to do that. It just happened. I really wanted to read a nice story. I'm sorry. Here's my attempt at a nice story. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what eternal hand or eye can frame thy fearful symmetry? I have been reading all about the university wits from Shakespeare's time, so this little ditty caught in my head and stuck there. Things often stick in my head. Yes, I know that Blake was 18th century. I was just reading him at the same time. Poems. Just which poems and why, I have no idea. But certain ones just get stuck in my head. I read and reread them until they become one with me. I use poems to define the eras of my life. This is what was going on when I discovered Dylan Thomas. That happened when I was reading Robert Frost. So it was with William Blake's Tiger. I was at a major crossroads in my life. I was 20 years old and drifting in a world of untold possibilities. I had no idea who I was or what I wanted. I was excited and confused and nuts. I was on Christmas break, my last year in college. My folks, with whom I had a perfectly normal, bizarre relationship, sent me a ticket to fly out to Spokane to join everyone for Christmas. On the flight, I opened a beautiful leather-bound volume that included William Blake. What a strange, enticingly dangerous image. I shared it with a girl across the aisle from her, and we got to talking. She was part of a theater group in Spokane doing a weird Christmas show. Would I like to come? Oh. I was hitchhiking back to Wisconsin and got stopped in Denver, just outside Denver. And I was arrested for walking on the side of the street not facing traffic. They took me to jail. I spent the evening in jail, went up to the court the next day, shackled to the other horrible criminals who had produced such horrible acts, and went through the process of being judged on my evil actions. I pleaded guilty. They sentenced me to 10 days in jail or $300 fine, whichever came first, and then granted me what do you call that? Time served. And as I came out into the open air, I couldn't help thinking again of Robert Frost. And freedom once again returned. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Thank you, Bill. By the way, a tip option should be coming up on your windows for anyone who wants the reading to go on. And by reading, I don't mean the series for the rest of the year, I mean tonight. And whereas the tip option used to be $1, $3, or $5, it's now been hiked up to $5, $7, and $9. I got the idea from Uber after using them this past weekend. They took no time in altering the tip standards. But anyway, I digress. Let's welcome up next. Let's go with Ron Bremer.
Okay, this is a very short one. My eggs threw darts at the moon. Wind fell under a dog. Two clowns slapped beer in the face. Arthur forgot his brother's ears. A jalopy mattered sometimes. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Ba-dum-bum. Let's welcome up next Ari Whipple. Glad you came back from your hiatus.
Thank you. I was a little thrown off by the Trump administration, and so I've been kind of like holed up and I've been working on my book. And so I haven't really wanted to like put myself out online just because like there's a lot of like hate and like, you know, um being outspoken can be dangerous. So I've just been kind of like cocooning, like, oh, please keep me safe. So I've been kind of hiding. I know what you mean also by eating a lot. I've been kind of eating a lot too as a way of like self-soothing. But this is the first poem only by chance in my manuscript that I was working on editing. It's called Smoking is Weird. I am unfocused. My eyes fixed undecidedly on the horizon, my rudder going unsteady, this way and that, as the boat tries to steer itself. What a way I go, what a way he went, what a way he churned. I feel you coming for me. I can't decide for you, but you don't hold out hope. What makes you think I smoke? What makes you think I hold the keys to the kingdom? What makes you think I have the ability to help you out? I haven't smoked in 15 years. That's delightful to say. I haven't smoked in oh so long. I can't remember what the sensation is like, though. I suppose if I tried for a second, I could conjure it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming out of hiding, Ari. Good to have you back. Maybe I shouldn't have published that poem from you a couple of weeks ago, but I'm glad I did. Check out oddballmagazine.com. We are looking for new work, especially with Pride Month coming up. And now let's see who we haven't had up yet. I'd like to bring up to see if Ed Poetastic would like to read something for us. You were one of the first ones in here tonight. Whether or not you have to unmute or send us a text if you're not interested in reading, just let us know, Ed.
I think he's always interested in reading from my experience.
Gotcha. All right, then let's go to Marianne Honecker as I quickly recover.
Yeah, I'm still doing that series. I'll read another one. Soul is an empty pail stuck in the mud. As a rose blooming, its thorns also growing sharper. As a ripe peach, so easily bruised. Is an ocean, the tides sawing back and forth. Is a beach with uncertain, ever morphing boundaries, all the little rocks of different colors smoothed. Is a nail's tip. I need to hammer it into some belief. Is a rhododendron losing all its petals in a slapping wind. Is the dark tunnel of an abandoned mine. The vein of shine on the rounded walls, a glimpse of glitter. Somehow I feel my black clothes emanate from it. Holds itself up and away like a balloon on a string. Bother, soul, bother, little splat of magma. If it is a moon, it is rushing through its phases manically. If it is the sun, it is burning it all down, charred wood still smoking. Is horns of crescent moon, knell, thorn, hammer claw. Is anyhow dangerous. Keep your distance. That's all. Thank you.
Bravo, bravo. I think visual poet from Delaware just who came in, but before we go to that person, if he is indeed here, I'd like to move over to see if Scoot Mosby, a past Stone Soup feature and open micer and slammer, back when the Stone Soup had the slam, would be interested in reading tonight.
Yes, please. Please, please, please. Yes, please.
I think he unmuted.
Although I am retired now. Sure. I got you, Chad.
What? Oh, man.
Stop the
Again? I
retirement, bro. It's Black Byrd asking you to do this, so stop.
think you've retired more than Cher at this point. You're coming back, but we'll just count this as a one-off.
Hold on. All right, I got you. Let me see if I'm gonna actually do a written for the first time. Um all right, my bad. I'm getting myself together. Hold on. All right. I wrote this. It is called barking at the moon. I finally realized why the dog barked at the moon. It was for the wish that one day the moon would speak its language. The dog is drawn to its light through the darkness, the stars that are brought out around it. He he in fact he was infatuated with the moon. The moon is so far away, but so close. The dog can't help but make an effort but to bark. The moon is aware of the dog's existence but can never speak. The dog knows it is impossible to speak the moon's language. The moon knows it will never speak to the dog. The dog knows the moon. All right, hold on. Let me go back. I finally realized why the dog barked at the moon. It was for the wish that one day the moon would speak its language. The dog is drawn to the dog is drawn to the light through the moon's darkness and the stars that are brought around it. The moon, the fact that the moon is so far away, the dog can't help but bark because of the light that shines its path. The parts of its existence, although is a part of the moon, the dog can't help but gaze. He finds it to be impossible not to bark at the moon. He knows the moon would never speak its language. He knows the moon knows better than to speak its language. He knows the moon cannot speak its language, and all there is distance of space. He is aware that no matter what, the sea will always make waves for the moon, and the moon is the cause of that. That the moon and the waves and the water around him will always have a connection. They know that the dog knows that the moon and the waves and him are never, even though the dog believes he is above based on the plateau that he stands on, that he understands who he is, even if it's stronger than the water's current. He believes that his house should be more than what it should be, yet the moon will never really understand what it looks like, nor will he understand how it feels to understand pain. He can't give up. There is no hope that the moon will ever speak back to him or give him a chance. It will never be a chance for the moon to actually know what it's like to howl back at him. Barking at the moon seems like a fable saying, yet it seems to be so real. I don't understand how the moon could not understand the pain, yet it's just a giant rock floating in the space of darkness, just like the dog's brain, just like everything around him. He can't help but bark. The dog still loves the moon, even though he knows he will never be worthy of the moon's acceptance, knowing that the moon will never care to speak back. You can tell that's new, and I don't actually write often, but yeah, there it goes.
Bravo, Scoot. Poem on the fly. Don't stay retired for long. And now I'd like to bring it to our second to last person on the open mic. Many people are visual poets. Many people are from Delaware, but there's only one person who is both a visual artist and from Delaware, and that's Robert Fleming. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, Chad. May I use the share screen? Thank you. There we go. Thank you, Chad. These first two poems were created at a workshop sponsored by the Eastern Shore Writers Association with the theme of meter, like the meter that Shakespeare uses. The one on the left was inspired by the lyrics to the song In the Club. Out of us. I ain't your daddy no more. We not do it on the kitchen table no more. Ye left ye stuff in my drawer. Ye pick up booty call. Drop BVDs on the floor. Ye arrived, take your boxers and box. There's the door. And the second one was inspired by Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth, row your boat. Scrub, scrub, scrub the floor. Wash, wash, wash your hands. Mac, 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 kill no more. Beth, 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 bed Mac. And I'm going to share two graphic images. The first one is a friend of mine who was a dog, Harley, which I took care of for one of my neighbors. The left side is the original photograph. It's probably about 15 years ago, and the one on the right is a digital art where I converted it into black and white. And here is another dog on the left called Jet. Again, we're at the dog park, and on the right side, I converted the image into voxel art, which makes your work look like Lego. And just two announcements. I'm one of the editors for Old Scratch Press. We are currently soliciting two new members for 2026. I will put the link in the chat. And the digital magazine Instant Noodles is open for the holiday theme of gravy. And I will also put the link for that in the chat.
Gravy. I love it. Thank you, Robert. And now we bring up Ed Poetastic.
Because you make me feel fantastic. Thank you for being so bombastic. And thank you so much for being enthusiastic. Thank you for a wonderful host that deserves the most, that we love the most, that never boast. Hello, my name is Ed Potasso, feeling fantastic. Please, it's time to join my rhyme, Fafo Sublime. I got one piece, so I won't take too much time. The first piece is called Ode. Let's celebrate you for everything you do. Thank you very much. It's okay to openly blush. Why are you thanking me? You're the ode to my poetry. I personally don't know you, but I'm not sadly blue. I don't know your name, yes, but I'm not ashamed. Do you know the rain that washed away the pain? Do you know the sun who is the pinnacle of fun? Do you know the earth never stopped giving birth? Do you know the wind that tickles your chin? Do you know the sea that's boundless and free? Do you know the seas that grows for your needs? Do you know the stars shooting near and far? Do you know your house or that pesky little mouse? I'm trying to prove a point. I don't have a PowerPoint. You know what I mean? Please be more green. I'm just showing you love as the skies rain down above. I know I sound strange, but I'm not deranged. I'm not high on weed or blinded by greed. I'm not selling you anything because it's love or nothing. Don't be too judgmental. It's about heart, not mental. I'm showing my appreciation. You're a perfect model of creation. You're not perfect, but you try. You're a lovely woman or guy. Thank you so much. And 1,000 apologies. Hope everyone enjoyed that poetry.
Thanks for joining us. We have one more poet left on the open mic. I think I got everyone except for our usual closer. Check out his poem column, It's All One Thing, publishing tomorrow without fail at 11 o'clock on oddballmagazine.com. which is open for submissions always. And now let's bring up James Van Loy.
Hi. So I got a poem here called President's Day from this year. Yesterday, I copied Bob Dylan's song, The John Birch Society Blues. Epiphany ensued, remembering, boy, they hated Eisenhower and thought he was just a communist somehow. This professional West Point trained soldier successfully ran the largest amphibious invasion ever. And back in those days of youth, when I was just a kid, there were the Ban the Bomb and the first homosexual rights groups and the first transsexual operation. And old I Like Ike of the Iron Cross of the military industrial complex, plus, of course, Congress and the mainstream media, corporate mass media moguls telling us over and over how great we were right there already trundling away. Empire is international, capital sought, highest international returns. Fuck those aging steel and automobile plants. The faster they calculate their wealth, the faster grew all our debt on all those credit cards and mortgages, growing and growing the social deficit contradictions, the addictions and mental health break, psychotic, gone, sociopathic upheaval, so neurotic, and forget us in the shuffle to all individual, now against advancing flanks of debt at every level, the very mortar of the infrastructure of annihilation, now in the hands of the logical result of these many secret coups and regime changes, a megalomaniac at the helm of the ship of state, staggering, obese, ready to slip. And here's a line from the blues, the John Birch Society Blues. Well, I was feeling sad and feeling blue. Didn't know what in the world I was gonna do. Them communists, they was coming around, they was in the air and was on the ground. They wouldn't give me no peace, so I run down most hurriedly and joined up with the John Birch Society. I got me a secret membership card and started off a walking down the road. Yee-hoo, I'm a real John Bircher now. Look out, you commies. Well, I looked everywhere for them gall darned Reds. I got up in the morning and I looked under my bed. I looked in the sink behind the door, looked in the glove compartment of my car, couldn't find them. Was looking high and low for them Reds everywhere. I was looking in the sink and under the chair. I looked way up my chimney hole. I even looked up and down inside my toilet bowl. They got away. Now, Eisenhower, he's a Russian spy. Lincoln, Jefferson, and that Roosevelt guy. To my knowledge, there's just one man that's really a true American, George Lincoln Rockwell. I know for a fact he hates commies because he picketed the movie Exodus. Thank you. That was Bob Dylan, of course. Oh. From I mean, that was an early song, like 61, 62, probably. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James. And without further ado, actually, we do have one more person who did join us late, but he was trying to help us promote the event, and I always enjoy him having on the open mic, so we'll get one last person before we get to the feature. Ladies and gentlemen, the Generalissimo himself, Brian Franco. Excuse me.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Oh, great, because yeah, so I was trying, my computer wasn't letting me in Facebook or anything, and I've been trying for like 40 minutes to get my computer working. So I recently had 3 pieces accepted to the Norwalk Poetry Workshop anthology, which I think is from all their open mics that they had, from all their online open mics that they did throughout the pandemic, and they just contacted people that were in them. And So I'll do two pieces from that. The first, I'm really glad this one got published. It's an older poem. It's called "The Guardian's Milliner." Let me make it a little larger so I can read the type here on my screen. Um, Rays of sunlight shone from her Kentucky bluegrass green eyes. Soft sunlight, perfect for picnics on plaid blankets under trees with bacchanalian branches, a tangled like Mississippi Delta mangrove. Late afternoon brookside shadows, bare feet brushed by blades of grass made of thousand thread count silk sateen, legs submerged half calf deep in an idyllic stream, hands held in sweet nothings whispered while awaiting transcendental dusk. It is her voice, though, that provides an inexorable light. When she speaks, those with the privilege of exposure to her words can navigate the darkest nights when the moon is on holiday and the stars have stayed home to curl up by a crackling fire. Black skies become polished pewter as her thoughts enter the atmosphere of someone else's soul. She vehemently denies the existence of halos. Her once hardened heart has not softened. It has realized that no matter how or why others try to deny the existence of love, romance persists in broken hearts and whispers of lovers. And this next piece is called "The Final Renunciation of a Citizenship." She stared at the home she was raised in, a home her father carved from swampy woodland, a place that should not feel foreign to her but did. Her mother passed 3 years prior from emphysema, diagnosed over 30 years after quitting smoking. She asked her dad to move in with her and the kids. He declined. He needed the familiarity of this structure, much of which came from trees on the land. The wide planked pecanwood floors were a slight pinkish color that qualified as muted rust. The rough-hewn ponderosa pine walls felt and looked like cedar, but smelled sweeter. The porch railing, which was originally metal, was replaced with crepe myrtle branches harvested from trees her mom asked her dad to plant that he crepe murdered 3 years later. He committed crepe murder every other year since and fashioned branches into canes he gave as gifts to elderly friends and relatives or sold at the church holiday bazaar. This now empty home was a rebirth of things taken from the land. Now empty of both her parents' furniture and bric-a-brac, she relinquished its future to a real estate agent. She walked across the floors. She ran her fingers along the walls. The stairs still had a telltale squeak on the fourth to last step. After she realized the hand-scrolled molding in her childhood bedroom was a love letter from father to daughter, its memory would sweeten her sleeping dreams for years. Thank you.
Thank you. Looking forward to tonight. Thanks to everyone who read, and thanks to everyone who's staying for the feature. She heard all of your words. It's only fair that you hear hers. And I'm about to read the boilerplate. According to Black Byrd, quote, "Stone Soup Poetry was the first place to ever have me as a featured artist, and because of people like I've had many opportunities to perform and be featured in various places like Po Therapy 2 and Dudley Cafe, as well as open mics at Cantab Lounge, The Jungle, Haley House, and if you can feel it, you can speak it." Blackbird is truly happy to come back with a poetry album that she is calling Welcome to My Journey, Volume 1. Blackbird is also an actress involved in 2 different theater troupes, has been involved in a number of plays, both having been performed and upcoming, and and she is also in the works on a one-woman show, an upcoming play called I Am Me. As she says it, quote, "Just building my brand as Blackbird," and Isabel Alexandra, the actress and assistant stage manager. She's come a long way in the last couple of years. So glad she is always performing, and I think Blackbird, if you wish, I can get the first track, the introduction, going for you.
But just one more thing before you start it.
Oh, please do.
Hi everybody. My name is Blackbird. How are you? Okay,
Give a heifer
so
Blackbird.
so the play that I'm working on, no, it is not a one woman
Oh, whoops, that was my
um
assumption.
that no, it's not a one woman play. I have a few cast members that I already have so far. So no, it's not a one woman play. It's a Broadway play, like with a whole bunch of people.
People are having plays. Yeah. I'm starting to hear that.
You're muted, Chad. Chad, you're muted. You're muted.
Oops, my bad. Give me 1 second. I'm bringing up the. Oh, here we go. This is Willie's poem. I'm going to put up the introduction, and I'm going to make sure it's shared right now. And as you're performing, I'll make sure that our version, at least the one that goes up on YouTube, shows you performing in the background. So let's give this a shot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
First time I've tried this, but I'm a semi-professional.
Right?
I think I can pull this off.
It's first time for everything. I love that. And you all can witness it. Awesome. Hey!
There's no sound, Chad.
No. You're muted.
There's no sound.
You're
Oh,
muted.
Christ. Of course I'm muted. Good Christ.
It's
All right. Sorry about
sometimes
that.
when you share the video, if you have to click share audio too, and that makes the sound come. I've made that mistake.
Well, give me 1 second. Can you hear this? Did you hear that?
No.
I'm assuming no. Okay, let me go quick to stop the share, and I will go back into audio and take care of it. Sorry about that.
The other thing you may need to do is once you start sharing it, click on share on top, and then you need to.
Oh, I see share
on
sound.
Audio. Yeah,
I see share sound. There we go. My bad. I should have realized that from before. Okay, doing one more test. 1, 2, 3.
This right? Be stagnant.
You heard that? Okay, good.
Yes,
All right, without any further ado,
I know that.
in French they say l'introduction. It is called, but the title of the piece is the introduction. Let's go.
Well, one more thing, Chad. At the bottom right,
what?
do full screen. Do full screen.
I'm doing that. Okay, here we go.
I know that you were expecting me to stay like this, right? Be stagnant, low self-esteem, a failure, right? But I am sorry to inform you that I don't give.
Oh, what's happening? We'll do this for the second to last time. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened.
I know that you were expecting me to stay like this, right? Be stagnant, low self-esteem, a failure, right? But I am sorry to inform you that I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Spell it out and maybe you'll understand, overstand, whatever you choose. Just please step aside while I go reach for my greatness. A scorned yet strong queen. Readjusting my crown, please excuse me. I've been pushed by some envious people trying to block my vision with their negativity. Please excuse me. I've been shot with a gun by some toxic people trying to kill my vision with their words, so please give me a sec to fix my crown. Confidence, persistence, consistency, these 3 words all describe me. My name is Black Byrd for a reason, because I came from a life that was filled with thorns. That's why my wings look so torn. Because I spent many days trying to fly over the cuckoo's nest, dealings with culture vultures trying to change me. A sweet and gentle me into a bittersweet and aggressive me, but I fly. And I fly. I keep trying, so I fly and I fly, though it's hard, I keep flying. My wings are so torn, but I fly and I fly. I keep flying, trying to reach the sky, to touch God. Because I have to break free, trying to ignite the goddess in me, break free from this tradition that's holding me back, break free from the religion that's setting me back, break free from the generational curses that's keeping me back, because I just have to break free. I have to break free. I have to break free. With this broken wing. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. Now that I am flying, I am flying. Nothing can bring me down. I am now unreachable. Now that I've had time to fix my crown. Hi, my name is Black Byrd, and I'm free. I am your queen.
World premiere. World premiere, ladies and gentlemen. And
Oh,
Blackbird,
thank
let's have you
you.
take it. Let's have you take it. Then we'll play another track later on. We got 3 of them.
Yes, I got you. I got you, of course. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys are liking it. So yes. So my name's Blackbird. I am so happy to be back. Um, Sorry that I've been so distant. Just going through a lot. I will say this, that my mother recently passed away, March 6th. So I've been grieving and just trying to deal with things. And, what helps me the most is that I love poetry and I love the arts. And having people like Chad and people like Miss Rita always showing me love on Facebook, I truly appreciate that. And, that keeps me going. Of course, like people like Scoot, VCR, Nava, people like them, they really help me in my theater companies that I'm involved with. So, yeah, so I'm not going to talk that long, but I am here. Praise God. So, and praise your higher power, whatever you believe in. So, yes, this one is called Unbreakable Love. Black women talk the talk, but they don't always walk the walk. We are so wrapped up in our emotions, we let this ball of confusion disturb our spirits instead of listening to the Lord's words. Love thyself, as I have loved you, said the Lord. Be wise, be fruitful. Black woman, we are here to birth nations, so let's multiply our confidence, strengthen our determination to lead us to a straight and narrow path with our Black men, and to an addition of a new soul growing inside of us. But be careful and subtract the trap of abortion. Birthing a new baby, giving it life is not a trap, but birth control is. when its purpose is to destroy the birth of a new kingdom. Margaret Sanger's planned way of Black parenthood is extermination of our future Black kings and queens. Black women, imagine if our minds and souls were to be aligned with God, only to find out we all have God in us. We give birth to gods, taking us 9 months to feed it, nurture it, filling it, growing in our womb. We are God. Imagine if we were to add just a little bit more peace into the equation within ourselves. Add a little more love to our Black men. I didn't say niggas. I'm talking about our real Black men. Subtracting all this hatred and insecurities, all this nagging, controlling, contradictory, angry, envious, emotional nonsense. Just love him. When they're feeling the lowest of lows, they're in heaven. Swimming into the ocean of our thoughts, wondering if we still love him. The world has broken his heart to pieces already. All he needs is us to help him put it back together. And sisters, you will know when the Black man loves you, he'd want to save you from yourself. Just let him. So please understand, a Black woman plus a Black man multiplies our kingdom, which will equal to a true bond, a family. Sorry. Sorry. Ooh. What happened? Someone said something?
I think someone just signed in, but I think they're here to listen. At least so far they are. So continue if you'd like, or if you'd like me to switch over to an audio, let me know.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's go to Willie's poem now.
You got it. Do-do-do. Give me 1 sec.
So please excuse me, I'm a little emotional today. So, when I do poetry, it's a vulnerable moment for me. So, excuse me if I get teary-eyed.
1 moment. There we go. Oh, good. Share sound option is on.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy with your smile. With your full head of hair that holds your strength you never knew. You are my hero, my little Samson. Your sister and I will protect you from all the Delilahs who may want to cut your hair, cut off your strength, your power, your dignity, your manhood. She will leave you weak and helpless. My son, my only son, please be wise, like Boaz, and wait patiently for your Esther. Your wife will uplift you up to the sky unto your new-found kingdom. Your wife will respect you. She will love you for you. She will love me and your sister. Respect us as we were your #1 girls. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Ibrahim, a prince of a new nation is what you are. You were made here on this earth to start a new civilization. A whole new generation has been formed. No pressure, no expectations. Just be Willie. Be Ibrahim. Just be to let it be. My sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy for being here. I am so proud to be your mother, to be your number one girl forever.
I mean, you guys can unmute and say whatever. Like, I don't mind. You guys can unmute. The chat will allow you guys to. How do you guys feel about that? Good? Great?
It's beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna do two more poems and then another audio, and then I don't know if Chad is okay with it. If we have time, I don't
We're
mind.
good.
All right, so I don't mind some Q&As too as well. So if you guys have any questions, it's fine. All right, so this one is Know Thyself, and this one is actually going to be on the album as well. Okay. I am a product of rape, and no, I'm not ashamed of it, and neither should my mother. For God had a unique way of blessing us. I mean, look at me. But before entering into heaven's gates, walking upon the soil of paradise, we must go through a struggle to understand that our brown skin is made of a hard surface, so that when a sheet of sandpaper is scratching against it, we come out smoothed and polished like pure gold, bathed in the rays of the golden sun. Now our third eye is open. Our real eyes now realize that we come from Mother Nature, like the food we need to eat to survive on this earth comes from her tree. See, I understand that the tree was here before me. That's why the tree is more important than me. Although I felt I went through the struggle alone, it took a community to help me stand in front of you today. It took a community to help me rise above my emotions. Through all of that, I experienced love. I experienced sisterhood. I experienced unity. Like Farrakhan says, we must struggle to overcome the difficulties imposed by our desire to be reunited. There are always attending difficulties, but how do you deal with it? Do you run away with it? Do you run away from it? Or do you face it? With the resolve that our unity is more important than the things that keep us divided with one another. For example, like the lack of knowledge of one another, the lack of love for one another. The lack of knowledge of self, the lack of love for self. So, to understand who you truly are, first understand the differences between the left of you that is directing your path and the right of you that is warning you. To understand who you are, take the time to look at yourself in the mirror. Woo! All right. Oh gosh. Okay, this is great. Being vulnerable is not that bad. Telling your truth, sharing your stories. So all of these poems that I am reciting are all mine. I wrote them originally. So that's the type of poet that I am. So I like to tell my truth. Now, this one I'm so proud of. Yeah. Okay, so I have two boys. I have two boys and a girl. My daughter, she's 15, about to be 16. Oh my gosh. Whew, if you guys know, you know. Like the stress and the pressure to make sure that she has a sweet 16. Oh my goodness. And I have two boys. The poem that you heard excuse me, Willie's poem. That's my oldest son. He's 6 years old. He is neurodivergent, and I love him so much. I love him so much. Like, he is truly, truly amazing, and he is, speaking more and asking questions more, and just engaging a little bit more. Of course, he's still, you know, neurodivergent people. They be choosy sometimes, when they want to be around you and when they don't want to be around you, they just want to be like, oh, give me some space. I don't want to be around you right now. So that's my son, but I love him. And my youngest son, he is 2 years old. He's about to be 3. Now, this poem that I wrote, that I'm about to recite now, this is when I was pregnant with him. And so he was born December 19th, 2022, and I wrote this November 30th. So it was literally 2 weeks before he was born. So, and it's called Bundle of Faith, and his name is Antoine Jr. So it's called Antoine's Poem. My bundle of faith. You're about to be here in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you. However, I should warn you, my little faith, you will be entering a world of chaos. You have one parent that has anger issues and insecure with his security, leadership, and how to love a woman. And your other parent, she also has anger issues, but mainly depression and anxiety from past and present traumas. But don't you worry. We are both here, ready to love you. You also have a sister who will lead and protect you, love you, and teach you. But don't get on her bad side. She's a feisty one. Don't borrow without asking, or she will never trust you. You also have a brother. You guys will get to grow up together. He's only 4 years older than you, but I know he can't wait to meet you too. My little bundle of faith. I call you faith in this sorry. I call you faith in this poem because it took over a year asking God, please bless me and give me another chance to do it right this time. You know what they say, 3 times the charm. And your brother and sister can attest to what we have all overcome. But don't worry, we will tell you all about it when you get older. I love you, Antoine, Elijah, Alexandre, Knowles, Jr., my bundle of joy, my bundle of faith. I can't wait to meet you.
So,
So this next poem that Chad is gonna play, it's called "Why Am I Here?" Um, it is a recovery poem. I am currently in recovery right now. However, it is a difficult journey. It's a difficult journey. Um, you know, not everybody can get it right all the time. And I wanted to share this last because, that's something that I'm currently going through. And yes, I'm struggling, but I'm still here. I'm still performing. I'm still out there. I'm still pushing myself. Even though, yes, my children, I love them as much as I write poems, as much as I do the best that I can to be there for them. Yes, my children are in foster care. I will be honest with that. So, um, you live and you learn. So, yeah. So, Chad, whenever you're ready, go ahead. And thank you. Thank you.
Give me one sec.
Brilliant set. Brilliant.
Why are we having a problem here? Forgive me a moment, just a temporary glitch.
I constantly ask myself, why am I here? What am I doing in treatment when I'm not even being treated right? Falsely accused of taking oxys, still holding on to 7 months sobriety, one little relapse from smoking a little weed. Now I'm an addict who need extra support. But what about the real addicts who relapses over and over and over, coming out positive for fentanyl, mollies and Percocets and Xanax? They get a free pass, right? They want to see me fall down, drunk and high, being out of my mind, and a part of me wants that too. I get it. I'm a child of God. And no disrespect to God, but I don't understand, why am I here? 8 years of turmoil and grief. 8 years of depression. 8 years of loneliness, even while in senseless relationships that only did more harm to me. 8 years of trying and fighting. But still I get nowhere. Still get the small end of the stick. Still get a little inch of freedom to live my life, but still I end up at a dead end. Faith without works is dead. I want to give up so fucking bad. But the other part of me still believes. My faith is still intact. Just need to understand the game of life. Tired of losing. I'm kind. I'm open-minded. I'm willing to give this life another try. Work on preventing relapse. But I ain't saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying that I'm willing to try again. Even if, this time, it kills me.
Bravo, Black Byrd.
Excellent.
I applaud you for not only writing that and being able to perform that, but also being able to put that to posterity by way of recording. That must have been the toughest one to do
It
by
was.
far.
It was.
Ooh. So
But
when
I
is
was going
the
to do it.
release date for this album?
June 12th.
With June 12th?
I'm not sure what time, but June 12th.
Well, please do a
It'll be on,
Facebook do a live launch on Facebook. Well, I'll definitely link it.
yeah, I do want to do like a release party, like a event or something. And, if you guys are interested, y'all are welcome. But
That would be
Chad, you gotta help me
fantastic.
sign it.
We'll work on it.
Help to sign it.
We'll talk. We're talking. We're talking. Okay.
Yeah, I really want to hear you right now. I really want to hear you right now because the whole time I'm performing, I was watching your reactions. Miss Ari, I was also watching your reactions, and I just want to hear your thoughts, if you don't mind. I'm sorry, Chad, for cutting you off. I'm sorry. I just
Oh,
really want
you're always allowed to cut me off, but anyone who wants to
to
speak up, please should now.
please speak up. Like, tell me your thoughts, like questions, anything. I'm open.
It seems to me that you're on like a healing journey, and I've been there. I have bipolar disorder, and I've been through manic episodes, and I've been through psychiatric wards and stuff, and so I just I see I don't want to make it about me, but I
Mm.
know where you've been, and it's hard. And so I see you, and you're struggling right now, and it's just,
Girl, I've been in treatment.
the only way out is through.
Yeah, I was almost sent into a psychiatric place too, like an inpatient one. But really, in the beginning, nobody knows this. Like when my daughter was 3 years old, I was in an outpatient psychiatric place. um, where I had at least the freedom to still stay home, but go and do the programs and stuff that I had to do, and they gave me like these antidepressants, and I thought I needed them, but I didn't because that shit almost killed me.
I think you'll get there. It just takes time. You're doing
Yes, it
great.
does. Yes, it does. Thank you. Okay, now Miss Rita, Miss Rusty
Yes.
Rose.
Yeah, let me tell you, I wrote over there too. When you testify out loud,
Yes,
when you
I'm
testify
starting this
out
year.
loud, it is part of the recovery process. Like Ari said and everything. Oh boy, I've been around the block a million times, different things. I've lost even partners to addiction and things, and you just got to stay strong one day at a time. When you think it's bad, the sun comes out, but you got to be there for it. You could, and you don't give up, and the kids will follow. And as long as you keep in touch with them and everything, you know, everything will follow. The idea just to stay strong and stay focused on that is not easy. We know that it's hard, but you can do it. You will do it.
Thank
And
you.
your mom, I'm sorry for your loss, like I said. And like my mom, all I do is I talk to her. They're always there. They're always there around us.
Yes.
They
My mom
always
is right here, right there with me.
absolutely. Yep.
And her
I
urn right
know when my
there.
mom is here. I know when my mom. I could even when my mom is PO'd, I could even feel her tutting and everything. I still feel her vibe. But yeah, that was an awesome set, and
Thank you.
yeah,
I
that you're
appreciate that.
brave to actually share it and everything. Like I said, the testifying is the steps in recovery. So you're on your way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I think Brian Franco has his hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to say that you have such a beautiful voice, your actual voice, but the voice of your poetry. And I think that what you
Thank
do will help a lot of people who will see themselves in your work. I mean, your stories are very personal, but at the same time, they are very relatable.
you. Yes.
And being able to to come online or to go on a stage or and then to put it into a book for people to have in their homes, as Rusty said, is very brave, but it's also a service that you're doing for other people. And
Mm.
always remember that your cadence is just very soothing to me. I think that
Mm-hmm.
you understand that you don't have to scream and yell all the time. So it's just there's a beauty to what you do, and in every way.
Yeah, Blackbird, is that going to be you're putting out a book or on a CD or video? What were you saying it's going to come out on
So
YouTube?
yeah, so how I'm doing this is no, Chad is just putting a few of them on YouTube. But what I'm doing is releasing publishing a book. So what I'm going to do is have the album, like I'm going to have a QR code in the back of the book so that if you have, I'm pretty sure Androids can do QR codes, right? Can they scan
Yeah,
QR?
they
They
should.
can? Okay.
Yeah.
So you just scan the QR code in the back of the book, and it leads you to either Apple Music or Spotify, and um and that will lead you to all of all of the poems because I have 12 tracks altogether. So that's the main focus is that the June 12th is mainly just the album itself that's going to be released. But I'm trying to, in the meantime, at the same time, trying to get the book part of it published as well. Yeah.
Looks like Raquel raised their hand as well.
Hello. Hi, Miss Raquel.
Hi, love bug. How are you?
I'm well.
So,
You, first of all, I want to say you have me in tears and I'm shaking. Um, I am proud of you for, standing in your truth and being vulnerable with us. In these moments, we pour out and we pour out. We lay ourselves. It's like we sacrifice ourselves in front of everyone.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And sometimes in these moments, we let it out, but then we walk away kind of empty. So if you don't mind, can I just pour into you really quick?
Yes, please.
Um, I'm a little rusty, so my voice might sound like a train going in a tunnel. Bear with me. See, I grew up in church and I heard what you said. You mentioned God, and sometimes we feel like He forgets us or we don't understand why we're going through this. But this is something I know. I won't give up or give in. I'm holding on till the end. I would be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in you. Lord, I'm staying in your will. I am so proud of you, but I didn't want you to walk away like, hey, you poured everything out. And yes, words of encouragement are amazing, but sometimes we just need that little extra to top it off, okay?
Thank you so
So I
much,
love
Miss
you and I'm proud
Cal.
of you.
Thank
Of
you.
course, baby girl.
Thank you. This feels good. This feels so good. This is truly a healing moment for me. This is truly a healing moment for me. So what else you want to do, Chad? What's up?
Do you have an encore?
What's up?
Do you have an encore?
An encore? Like what?
Yes.
Like another poem?
Yeah.
Or another, like to repeat another one? Because me, I don't know. I don't mind repeating, but I'd
I
rather
wouldn't
do
want to
like
read. I don't know if a
I'd
repeat
rather
would
do
be.
another one.
Let's. I was just thinking a new poem if you had something short,
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. You want me to do something short? And I
or
got you.
or however long you'd like to do it. Yeah, I was just trying to give you an option.
Chad, just okay. Stop. You're always gassing me out. Stop it. But I love it though. Thank you. All right. Oh dang, Miss Raquel. Now look what you got me doing now. Mm. Okay. Not to do this. All right. I was not trying to do this. Let's just speak. Okay. This one is called Mad World. And yes, it's in the album as well. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races. No, where's this at? Hold up. Sorry. Fuck it. All right. Fuck this singing part. I'm sorry. Okay. As Assalamu Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. Peace be unto you to those who have no peace within. I hope you find it soon. Your soul is deteriorating and diminishing from all the stories you've told, doing nothing but spreading lies, deceit, spreading hatred, jealousy. I'm talking about society. Always worried about others other than themselves, always following in others' footsteps, other than their own, found themselves going in circles, trying to keep up with the latest trends, while I sit back, watching them, making a fool of themselves in this mad world that we live in. I'm just here, waiting for my children to come home, waiting to break free from this broken system we're living on because there is no love in their heart, just bitterness, hatred,
closed-minded, too busy being caught up in this angry and fearful world that we live in, trying to keep up with the latest trends, mesmerized by the latest fake news, ignoring the real news. For example, like the high rising murdering rates in the Black and brown community, either done by police or their brother, or like our mothers and sisters classified as whores as our rapists walk the streets free, like Proud Boys. Our children disappearing one by one or abused, but this is America. Look what they're whipping up. They got us crazy now. Don't let them catch you slipping up. Don't let them catch you slipping up. Or you'll be the next hashtag gone viral. Because my love, unfortunately, this is America. All I want is my family, my peace of mind, my freedom. I just want to know, when will this madness end? Will it ever end? And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever known. I find it hard to tell you, 'cause I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very... I love doing that. I love doing cliffhangers.
Thank you, Blackbird, Isabel, and
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you gotta take a breath on that one, huh? Like,
yeah, I've heard that one before, and I like it. I really like it. But well, thank you. With that, we come to a close to Stone Soup's anniversary month. Thank you so much to Blackbird for closing it out, and thanks to everyone who managed to show up throughout this month of May. Hopefully, more announcements will be coming for June. I have at least one feature booked. Just have to re-acknowledge with her, and hopefully I'll be able to post that information by after the weekend, after the Massachusetts Poetry Festival. I'll be doing a workshop in Salem on blackout poetry and performing alongside the Poetry Go-Around, and which has been organized by Mr. Tim Gager. His books will be on sale there as well. And hopefully more will be announced after tomorrow's big day, which you might see some pictures about, and Friday, where I have to do a shitload of catching up. Oh, and actually have to write up my presentation and put it on a PowerPoint for the workshop. But such is the life. So hopefully I'll have more to share. Until then, we thank Blackbird. We give the wave to May, and see you all next time. Thanks to everyone who read on the open mic. Thanks to everyone who came out just to listen to Blackbird, and we will see you all next time. Have yourself an excellent evening, an excellent rest of the week. Take care of yourself. Take care of someone else if you can, or just hide. Hiding's good. And the show's over. See you next time. Good night, all.